Hey everybody, it's Doug Green and I'm the publisher of Technology Reseller News, and I'm very pleased to have with us Diana James of Marashlian and Donahue. Diana, thank you for joining me today.
Thank you so much, Doug. It's a pleasure.
So we're recording this live from the vCon conference here in beautiful Hannisport, Massachusetts. Really beautiful day. Very interesting vCon conference. And Diana, your organization, we've talked to you guys before. You, I think, represent the Cloud Communications Alliance and some other accounts as well.
We do, absolutely. Yes.
Your practice is technology, is that right?
Yes, technology and telecoms.
All right, so that's a very rare specialty to be in. Am I right about that?
I would say so, especially telecoms. I feel like telecom law is a very niche area of law, and there is a lot to keep track of, so it's very exciting.
And now, what brings you to this conference? This is basically it's not a startup conference, but vCon is a relatively new technology. Why are you here today?
So, at one of the previous conferences that Jeff Pulver organized, One Evolution in Palo Alto, I believe, we met with Thomas McCarthy-Howe, who is the CTO of Strawled and also a co-author of the vCon protocol with Dan Petrie. And I was incidentally speaking on the latest developments of AI-related areas of law, including privacy. And we connected with Thomas, and he invited me to co-author an internet draft to be filed with the Internet Engineering Task Force, titled Privacy Primer for vCon Developers, in which we described the privacy law principles that are common among jurisdictions that vCon developers need to have in mind when instituting their systems, when building their systems in order to implement privacy by design. And we described how vCons could be used to facilitate this compliance with privacy laws. So that's why I'm here. I got invited, and I'm happy to be here speaking about the privacy law fundamentals and the latest developments in AI law.
You know, the first thing that strikes me about what's happening here with vCon is, I wonder if there are going to be complex privacy issues that will rise from, not just recording the conversation, but being able to use the conversation in many novel ways.
Absolutely. There are multiple challenges related to privacy law, to communications privacy laws, and by that I mean wiretap and eavesdropping laws that vCon deployers will need to take into consideration because conversations, virtualized conversations, vCons, will contain a lot of potentially sensitive information, different types of personally identifiable information, including sensitive data. And obviously, there is the act of recording the communication, the conversation. So the wiretap laws may come into play. And obviously, vCons may be very helpful in certain heavily regulated industries, such as healthcare and the financial industry, that have very strict privacy laws. So the users of vCons will have to have that in mind as well. And obviously, since we're talking about vCons, they are interoperable, and it will be very easy to share vCons between organizations. So if there is personally identifiable information in there, organizations will need to have agreements, data processing agreements in place to ensure that they comply with privacy laws.
No, we're very early days on vCons, but it sounds like already your firm is starting to organize clients in terms of steps and things that they may need to do.
Absolutely. We are keeping an eye on technology, on the latest developments to be able to advise our clients because we know that this technology will likely become very widespread. And it's actually fascinating and very exciting to see what laws may be implicated to be able to give good advice.
And right now, if I'm a company, let's say I'm an enterprise and I'm thinking about actually engaging vCons and so on, maybe I already have some legal procedures in terms of recording calls. Is there anything that I need to know right now about vCon?
Well, there are many things that I would recommend you read, but obviously, please consider getting acquainted with the technical documentation, with the vCon Internet Draft, with the IETF that Dan Petrie and Thomas McCarthy-Howe prepared. Also read our privacy primer. And one vCons can be used to facilitate compliance with privacy laws because they, the way that they structure the data allow an easier compliance, for example, with data subject requests, for example, to delete data or to understand what data the organization has on this person. vCons are easily searchable, and that facilitates responding to these data subject requests. Also, vCons can be redacted, or portions of vCons can be redacted, or some personally identifiable information may be deleted, as far as I understand, which also helps organizations comply with the data minimization principle, which is common with many data privacy laws all around the world. And this allows organizations to have useful data, still complying with privacy laws and respecting the right to be forgotten, for example, which is awarded in many data privacy laws.
Diana, some of our listeners may have encountered your firm. Like I said, with regard to the Cloud Communications Alliance, we've done a couple of podcasts with you with that. But give us a little bit of a big overview of what you guys do.
Thank you so much, Doug. We are a telecommunications and technology compliance law firm. We provide telecommunications regulatory compliance advice to clients. We provide communications tax optimization services. And we also provide telemarketing advice, telemarketing law advice, privacy law advice, and general business law services that are common to technology and telecom companies. We have a fantastic team of lawyers. I'm really happy to be working with them and learning from them and just pushing forward as a team.
Well, Diana, I really want to thank you for joining me today. I'm looking forward to learning more about all the legal issues that are connected with vCon and also telecoms and so on as it rolls out. But for now, thank you very much indeed for joining me. Where can we learn more about Marashlian and Donahue?
Thank you so much, Doug. It's been a great pleasure. Our website is www.comlawgroup.com. Please look us up, sign up for advisories. We also have an AI compliance webinar masterclass series out there with some valuable content for free for you to explore. We're also on LinkedIn. Let's connect.
All right, let's connect. Diana, I look forward to our next podcast, but for now, thank you very much indeed.
Thank you so much, Doug. I appreciate it.